Hello, everyone. My name is Michelle Williams, and many of you know me as Coach Michelle, coming to you live from the ATL. Today's video is about documentation. The question is, do I need to document everything? Do I need to document everything? And the answer to that is no. You need to document the majority of everything. You need to document everything that is important. And what's the definition of important? So if a caregiver calls you and says the client fell, yes, you should document it. Something was stolen, yes, you should document it. Hours are changing, yes, you should document it. Caregiver was late, yes, you should document it. The family is called and said they're going out of town. The family needs to extend their hours. The caregiver believed there's abuse in the home. And that's a whole nother story because, guys, we're all mandated reporters. I don't care where you live. But again, that's another story. So yes, you should be documenting everything that goes on. This is the key, once you become aware of it, then you're responsible, you're liable. So if a caregiver is, calling you saying, hey, Miss Jones is not eating her food, Miss Jones did not eat today, yes, you should document it because we are the eyes and ears for many, ears, and so much more for so many of the clients that we provide services to in their home. A lot of times they don't have family that live with them. A lot of times they may not have family. So we have to make sure we're working in a preventive mode. So to try to keep them as healthy as possible and out of a facility, right? We want to keep them at home. So if Miss Jones is not eating, Miss Jones has a great appetite, then all of a sudden she, say, oh, I don't want to eat today. You may think, oh, that's not a big deal. It should be documented because guess what? Maybe this is an onset of something. Yes, we all have, situations where we just don't feel like eating. That's fine. However, what if it happens again? Tonight when the night caregiver comes in, or tomorrow when the caregiver comes back and Miss Jones hasn't had lunch, she hasn't had dinner, now she hasn't had breakfast. Yeah, something is going on. We need to report that to the family. We need to advise Miss Jones to contact her primary physician. We need to ultimately, the first thing we need to do outside of documenting it, we need to let our registered nurse know, because the registered nurse will call Miss Jones, find out, probe a little, triage, and then she or he will make a recommendation like Miss Jones needs to contact her primary physician, go in for a visit. Miss Jones may need to blah, 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 right? So that's why I always say, even if you're in a non-regulated state, it's so important to have a registered nurse, even though your state does not require that. Coach Michelle does. Coach Michelle trying to keep you safe. Coach Michelle trying to keep your business open. So it's very important, guys, to have a registered nurse. Registered nurses are the bomb. We need registered nurses. We love registered nurses. So get you a what? Registered nurse. Hashtag registered nurse. Get you a registered nurse, right? So you want to make sure you're documenting every single thing. Document when the caregiver, calls out. Document when the caregiver is late. Document all of these things. Guess what? And this is another video. But if that caregiver leaves and tries to get unemployment and say lack of work or, whatever it may be, now you have a history. You have documentation that you can submit saying, hey, this caregiver, we're not giving that caregiver any more work because she's constantly late. He's constantly calling out. He's not reliable, or whatever the case may be. But again, that's another video. I'm just telling you the importance of documentation. If Miss Jones falls, if Miss Jones is not eating, if Miss Jones has, a lot of people in and out of her house. Yes, because what if something comes up missing? And they do what? Blame you. But if the caregiver is saying, hey, 3 people came in today, 3 other people, look, all them people coming in, maybe something else going on in Miss Jones' house. But that's another video. I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me, right? Seriously, guys, you have to document. If it's not in writing, it didn't happen. And please, 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 please don't use whiteout. Please, please, please don't use whiteout. If you make a mistake, you cross through it, you put your initials, put the date, and then you continue. Now, let me tell you this, guys. Not everybody knows how to document. Documentation, if you don't take nothing from this video, I want you to take this. Documentation is about facts. 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 It is not about opinions. It is not about opinions. I believe that Miss Jones is blah, blah, blah. Girl, bye. No, it is about facts. It is about facts. It is about facts. So when you are onboarding your employees, you make sure that you have a sample or you go over a scenario on how to document, because you don't want the caregiver to be documenting on their care notes that's in the house something that's an opinion, and then the family sees it, and then you have a whole mess on your hand. So it needs to be documented appropriately, factually, and not with someone's opinion. And guess what? If there's something going on and the caregiver believes that, Miss Jones says she fell, but she really didn't fall, the caregiver is one, that's a speculation, right? That's her opinion. It's not a fact. She didn't see someone, hit Miss Jones. She didn't see that Miss Jones did not fall, right? I said that she did not see that Miss Jones did not fall. That's not a mistake. I intentionally said it that way, because we want facts and facts only. But if there's a situation like that and the caregiver feels some kind of way and it could cause some controversy within the home, that's not something the caregiver should be documenting on the care note that's in the home. That's something that the caregiver should be telling you verbally, and you're documenting it, and then you have to follow your protocol or the state's requirements on how you would handle that. Maybe your nurse needs to go out and do a visit and find out, like, hey, this black eye that Miss Jones has, it really came from a fall, or did someone hit Miss Jones, right? So you got to make sure you're very, very, very careful with some things as far as how you document what you do. Make sure you're following your protocol. Make sure your caregiver knows to follow the protocol. And like I said, no opinions. I think Miss Jones, has an upset stomach, and that's why she's not eating. How you know that? How you know that? The fact is, Miss Jones refused to eat lunch today. That's the fact. You see what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? That's the fact. Miss Jones refused lunch today. You can put why if Miss Jones says why. Oh, no, sweetie, I don't want to eat today. My stomach is feeling a little, upset. Miss Jones refused lunch today, stated that her stomach is a little upset, and that's a fact. Same scenario. Well, Miss Jones, I don't know what's wrong with her. She act like she ain't want to eat. Maybe she don't like the way I cook. I know she loved the previous caregiver because she talked about the caregiver. Girl. Too much. Facts only, guys. So make sure you have a care note. Some states require you to have care notes. Some states do not. Some states require that you have a timesheet. Some states require that you have a timesheet. Some states require whatever it is that they require. So you got to make sure you're adhering to the rules and regulations of the state regarding everything. But today we're talking about documentation. Make sure you have policies and procedures in place that directly correlate with those rules and regulations, talking about documentation. And again, everything. And then make sure you teach your caregivers how to document and how to share the information and what they must share with you, right? So we don't need to know, oh, Miss Jones' daughter and husband, they were in there arguing today. I think that the husband stepped out. Girl, bye, mind your business. Mind your business. That's not your business. That's not why you're in the home. Stay out of domestic. That's what my son-in-law says. Stay out of domestic, right? So you got to make sure you teach your caregivers. And you, as the boss, as the owner, as the administrator, as the leader, you need to understand documentation for yourself as well. So hope you guys found value in this. Again, this is Coach Michele coming to you live from the ATL. Like this video, subscribe so you can be notified. Turn on the notifications, click that bell so you can be notified each and every time I go live, each and every time I drop a new video. You will be the first to know. You will be the first to know. And of course, you can find out more about me, my services, my team on, website, michelleleeellis.com. Michele has one L. Check me out over on Facebook at I Am Coach Michele. And again, Coach Michele with one L. Take care, guys. God bless. And I will do what? See you on the next video.